to get even colder, and we could see a window of just plain old snow, and that's when we could see a little accumulation, mainly on grassy areas and also colder objects. But we're going to be watching the roads very, very closely. So now that it's snowing, temperatures that have been above freezing this morning are going to start to really, really crash. And I think for the bulk of the afternoon, we're right around freezing, and then we're going down to around 19 or 20 overnight tonight. Let's flip over and take a look at some graphics here. I'm going to switch over to Max 1 here. And of course, Boone and Blowing Rock, they are rocking and rolling with some snow. Isn't this just a beautiful sight? If you don't have the Christmas spirit yet, I think this will get you really, really in the mood. Still some light snow there in Blowing Rock, and the temperature is at 31. The Boone camera was out a little while ago, but it's back up and rocking and rolling. It's looking good up there on the mountain with the snow coming down, and we're taking shots there of downtown Boone, where the current temperature with snow is at 32. Now, what about the Piedmont Triad? Yeah, we're getting some of that snow falling in downtown Greensboro. It'll ramp up a little bit, and then it kind of slacks off. So it's kind of back and forth, but there's also some rain mixed in with it. So we're seeing the changes in the temperatures aloft. And if they get colder, we think this is going to change over to just plain old snow as we head through the afternoon. Now, we're noticing on radar, look at this, we're seeing more of the white as the green that represents rain is kind of eroding away. And what's been happening over the past couple of hours, it's getting cold aloft. And then that changes the precipitation because that's where the precipitation comes from, right? And it falls down as a mix of rain and snow. And now the surface temperatures are going to start to drop after staying several degrees above freezing in most locations this morning. It may be a little messy for the evening commute, and any standing water tonight will freeze on the roadways because we got to be alert for the possibility of some black ice coming up on Tuesday morning. So the temperature is above freezing this morning, and now that we're seeing the changeover, we're going to start to see those temperatures drop, and we're likely to be in the upper 20s by around 7, 8, or 9 o'clock this evening. But by then, we expect the precipitation to be out, cold air coming in, chasing the moisture as it exits. But again, we still see the window where we're going to see just plain old snow for a little while with some light accumulations, again on those grassy surfaces across the area. Temperature down to 34 out at PTI, so now that we're getting the snow, the surface temperatures are starting to drop. The Arctic cold front, which has been to our west this morning producing the rain, is now moving east of our area, and that's allowing some of that very cold Arctic air to come in initially aloft and then work to the surface as we head through the afternoon. Now, the rain will move out, or the snow, got to get used to saying snow, right? The rain and snow and all precipitation will be moving out of the area later on this afternoon. The sky will clear tonight as Arctic high pressure builds over the region. And oh yeah, that's going to set the stage for temperatures dropping to near 20. So again, the possibility and the likelihood that anything that is standing water when the temperatures are above freezing is going to freeze overnight tonight. So I think we all, for the morning commute tomorrow, have to be extra careful for the possibility of a little icing in some of those divot areas on the highway where water often collects and kind of hangs around. It will be frozen pretty solid tomorrow. Now, this same area of high pressure with time will slip to our south, and it'll get into a position around Wilmington and Myrtle Beach that will get on the backside, and that's going to turn surface winds to the southwest. And how about a warm up on Wednesday? How about low and mid 50s? We haven't been there for a while. Boy, that's going to feel like summertime. And then a cold front to our west, and it looks as though at the moment it's going to be dry. We'll move through the area and we'll cool back into the mid 40s as we head towards the end of the week. Now, if you're a big fan of cold air, and I know many of you want it to feel like the season, you're in pretty good luck if the extended forecast models are correct. We think we're going to be seeing several dips in that old jet stream over the coming weeks, and we're likely to see temperatures below normal and well below normal at least through the 18th of December, and it may actually remain below temperature for the rest of the year. Now, what does that mean in terms of wintry precipitation? Well, we got to wait and see, right? Because on the flip side, in terms of precipitation, the models are suggesting that during that same time frame, the 14th through the 18th, we are expected to be drier than normal. But that doesn't mean that we can't have more opportunities of winter weather here in the Piedmont. I don't want the ice. I don't want the mix. I just want plain old fluffy snow. Hang in there. Maybe we'll get some before the winter is over. You know, officially, winter is not even here yet. For the rest of the day, we see the transition over to mainly snow before it tapers off late day, looking at a minor accumulation on colder objects and also on grassy areas. And we're going to watch for some icy spots on the streets as well. Those overpasses and bridges are colder surfaces, and they tend to get colder a lot quicker. So tomorrow morning, allow yourself a little extra time and be aware that there may be a few icy spots. Temperature, we've already reached 38. That is history. Now that we've got the wintry precipitation, temperatures are dropping. We'll drop 2 or maybe even a few degrees below freezing during the afternoon and hover there. And then as the cold Arctic air continues to move in, temperatures are going to plummet tonight. The sky will clear. It'll be much colder, and by tomorrow morning, temperatures will be right around 20. Of course, we got our weather impact alert for today. And then for the rest of the week, smooth sailing. It'll be cold tonight, of course. Tomorrow, going to be a rather frosty day, but it'll be dry with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures near 40. By Wednesday morning, 29 for the morning low, and maybe up around 53, 54 for the high on Wednesday afternoon. So that'll feel pretty good considering where we've been here recently with temperature. And even that is still below normal for this time of year. Thursday and even Friday. Friday's looking dry now, but we'll keep an eye on it. It did look like we could see maybe a little bit of rain, and, you know, that's a small, slim chance of that on Friday, but we'll keep an eye on it. But notice how the temperatures behind that dry front will drop once again, mid-40s on Friday and Saturday, and by Sunday, we chill down. Morning low predicted to be 23, and the afternoon high will be up near 40. If you're just joining us, I'm going to start the movie or the loop over again. I want to show you the Blowing Rock area, snow on the ground, still some light snow, 31 degrees. My Boone camera went out. It kind of goes and comes. It's gone right now. And of course, we're getting some of this beautiful snow in downtown Greensboro, looking really good. If you haven't gotten the Christmas spirit yet, I think the snow that you'll see today will really help to get you in the mood for the season. So we're seeing the green erode away on the radar, and we're seeing more of that white, and of course that is representing the snow in our part of the Piedmont. And again, we expect that changeover to continue as we go through the rest of the afternoon before all the precipitation moves out. Stay with us for the rest of the day. We're going to continue to do cut-ins here on WFMY Plus. We'll keep you updated hour by hour on the situation. Here's what I want you to do. If you got to drive today, if you don't have to drive, stay home. It's a messy, cold day. But if you do have to drive, be extra careful and just keep in mind it may be a little dicey for the evening commute with some icy spots. It's by then I expect surface temperatures over most locations to be at or maybe even a few degrees below freezing. But stay with us for the rest of the afternoon, and we'll continue to keep you updated. I appreciate you being with me here for this segment on WFMY Plus. Have a great afternoon and stay warm and safe.